They just try to bring it out. They're trying to just bait it out here as RSG are going to look for more map control, especially here in the bottom side river. Both teams not pulling the trigger just yet. RSG getting caught out here as Vin will be able to open up the map once again. Demon Kai going for the death as welcome time. Vin is going to get caught. He spits him out with the damage coming through, but R7 is going to be able to buy so much time. Vin getting out. R7 taken low there in the top side. Forced to flicker out. Clay is going to get caught. No! 1, 2, 3! RRQ! They can't go anywhere. The real world manipulation was popped there, but instantly cancelled by Clay. And now RRQ, they lose R7. Albert is still half HP, but they cannot look for anything here. Look at Albert. He just goes for the purple buff. It's RSG with a clean fight and a free Lord.
Oh, the one angle that RRQ didn't think of. They were doing the exact same thing. They're trying to delay, but the top side, the minions are pushing into the crystal, and Aqua here to stay and defend the base. The hero, the low-key hero that RSG needs, as the rest of the team trying to take this Lord as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's going to be Lord taken down. R7 looking for the pin, but the Numenon blast once again by Light going to be cancelled out as R7 flickers there and cancels it away. RRQ Hoshi still getting out on this fight, but at what cost? They lose so much. Evolved Lord now, just as I say it.
This is crazy too, right? Because that whole time, Emon played it perfectly, right? The positioning for him to really just be disciplined enough. We are going to be taking a look at this instant replay presented by TikTok here. Look at the play. Look at the setup by both of them. Perfect setup there from Light. Look at Emon's positioning this whole time. He also has to be very careful. They cancel Clay's setup here because that could have been a big disaster for them, but they played around it so well and just everything kind of fell into place for RSG Philippines there.
Two key points that they had to keep in mind. Number one, Skylar showed himself on bottom side, which made it very easy for RSG to say, you're a man down, we can start taking the space, right? Second of all, it's just disrupting Clay's ultimate because as you can tell by his build, he's playing pure utility here. He's trying to shred, he is trying to demean RSG as much as possible when it comes down to RSG trying to run away from fights specifically.
Well, that's going to be the Evolved Lord marching down. Iman somehow finding that spot to hit Skylar in the midst of it all, and that's going to be the top side turret taken down. RSG Philippines just chaining this all across RRQ's base. Mid lane turret inner taken down. They're looking for more on the board, but no. They just pull back. RRQ with a good defense. RSG with very good discipline, able to just control this. Still holding on to that 3,000 gold lead, which is just going to get bigger and bigger as we progress through the game. RSG have hit their power spikes, and now it's going to be RRQ who need to find that comeback moment.
I feel like they're feeling pretty confident here, especially you saw Emon, he has that immortality, right? So he doesn't, I mean, he's also got the flicker available to him, so he can be a little more defensive or aggressive with that, deciding how he wants to play it out. You can see R7, again, this is up to him to find that moment for the setup. Vin is there to help with the disengage if he needs to, or he also has a flicker, I'm offended combo to initiate, but he's got to be super careful here because even if you catch someone out, immortality is going to be popped. You still have to work around them, and look at Emin and Aqua, right? They're just pretty much in the back lane, letting Nats, Light, and Demon Kite just take the brunt of that damage.
I totally agree, but I think the biggest problem here for RQ is going to be Nats, right? Because again, Skylar is continuously getting threatened here. Nobody's really able to peel Nats off of him, and when they do, that means Clay is wide open. So who does RRQ Hoshi play for right now? Do they play for Skylar, or are they playing for Clay? And when you look at both of them, they have to work together. If they get split in half, that's when RSG start picking them off one by one, pressing their advantage and creep up, down, and push them right back into the crystal.
Speaking of Skylar or Clay, we have to talk about the damage output here now that we are entering that late game, because we kind of mentioned this in the draft. When you pick something like a Brody, it's going to be tough, it's going to be rough when we get into that later stage of the game. If we take a look at Skylar's items as well, there's no way he's building full offensive items. It has to be some defensive, maybe a brute force breastplate and an immortality here, and there you go. As I say it, exactly right, except it's the Athena, not the immortality.
Yeah, I mean, double defensive items, he's still able to kind of survive a little bit longer than he should, but he's also taking Killing Spree instead of Weapon Master, so he's not going to hit as hard as he would like to at this stage of the game.
Nats again, though. Look at his positioning. He's looking to just find Clay, find Skylar on the flanks, and he does exactly that. He pops the sprint. No, he doesn't pop the sprint just yet. He's going in. He knows where Clay is. Clay's going to get zoned out. R7's looking for an opening here onto the Lord, looking for that heavy spin once again. Light taken to half HP. Nats. Immobility there as that's going to be the Dawning Light once again. Nats finding Clay, but he will not be able to run this time. It's actually going to be Finn looking for the cover. Gets the I'm offended on Demon Kai, taking the Lord low. It's going to be RQ to look for the Lord. Heavy spin going to be popped, but Demonkind so on point with Retribution. Nats taking low there in the bottom side. It's actually Skylar shutting him down, but the play will fall to the dawning light of Aqua. And that's another one. R7 as well. They find him as the feel onto Finn. Finn can no longer run. The winner truncheon by Albert was misclicked. And Finn will have his immortality pop. Not just yet though. Iman flickers forward, gets Skylar low. The dawning light to take him down. Albert jumping on the 3 members, still able to back up. Finn gets hit, but they will both survive with the Evolved Lord. This is looking like a closeout for RSG.
Oh, they're looking to end this game. The inhibitor is going to fall down first. And RSGPH so close to getting this game too. They find one and they're looking to picks for more.
Albert doing the damage onto Light. Iman jumping in with the rescue,
That's
just
it.
dealing it out without minions. RSG goes it off 2-0.
Again, they buy time to get to exactly where they need to, find those mistakes coming out from RRQ, and they punish them, taking game 2 in similar fashion.
Yeah, they hit hard, they hit fast, and even though RRQ had a really good idea utilizing the death timer from the immortality itself to ensure deaths of Nats, well done, but RSG, after that, the instinct to say press forward, have confidence, we got this game in the bag.